What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comments section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. And as you guys know, in every video we've been doing where everybody who watches will put their favorite two-man down in the comment section, I'll randomly choose a two-man, and if that two-man hits, I will give you $50 or free access to propsmadeeasy.com. A lot of times throughout the normal days of the week, we'll do free access to Props Made Easy, and then come Friday, we'll do the $50. So tomorrow's video will be the $50 one, but today's video will be another free month of Props Made Easy, which honestly is better than the $50 because you take that free month and you turn it into hundreds instead of just getting 50. But hey, today's video, same thing. Put your favorite two-man down in the comment section. I will randomly choose a winner, and you will get a free month access to Props Made Easy if you got it right. Okay? Also, before I forget this time, because yesterday I forgot, the winner of last night's is Dante Walker. Dante Walker got it right with Scotty Barnes' assists as well as Paolo Banchero's assists. Okay, he ended up hitting with those. So Dante Walker, hit me up on Twitter at @cam_ATL so I can get your information. Now, I'm going to do something different here, man, because it's Thirsty Thursday. You know what I mean? What we're going to start doing is something new. You know, I like to put a little twist to my videos and do something a little new. I'm going to put together my favorite two-man at the end of this video. Okay, as of the information that we have available to us right now, I'm going to put together what I like as a two-man. So that will be at the end of the video. Before I end the video, I will refresh the tools and I will go through and find my favorite two-man. Now, there's no particular site. You guys know I differentiate, okay? I use all types of sites. So I'm going to build my favorite two-man based off where the best value is, not just a specific site. Like, so sometimes I might have a two-man on Prizepicks. Sometimes I might build a two-man on BETR. Sometimes I may build a two-man on FanDuel. It just depends where the best value is. So we'll check that out. And I will also give y'all my favorite two-man for the day as well. Okay? That'll be at the end of the video. All right? So comment your favorite two-man down in the comment section. Don't copy mine from the end of the video. Okay? Let mine be original. Anyway, propsmadeeasy.com are the tools we're using in this tool as always. And let's get it, man. Let's have a big Thursday. All right, so with that being said, let me refresh because you guys know I'm the master of yapping. I'm the yapping specialist. So, you know, a little time's gone by. So, with the refresh, let's talk over the best plays we got today, y'all. Jamal Murray over 1.5 steals and blocks. By the way, how great was yesterday again? Bro, once again, the tools hit over 70% of plays that were 5% or higher on the tool throughout the day among all sports books. It's crazy because sometimes a sports book, let's say, sometimes BETR will have days where none of its top plays do very well, right? Or sometimes, you know, DraftKings top plays may not do very well or whatever, but all the other sports books tend to click, or a lot of the sports books tend to click. Yesterday, it was more of a balance. Like, every sports book did pretty damn great on the Props Made Easy tools. Like, a 70% overall hit rate. When I talk about the overall hit rate of the tools, I'm talking about on Prizepicks, Underdog, BETR, DraftKings Pick 6, and I'm talking NBA, NHL, I'm talking everything. Okay, so the total hit rate on the tools was absolutely fantastic once again. And once again, as always, man, all you got to do is use the top options, and you can have a ton of success in player props, man. So join Props Made Easy. It's only $20 a month for these tools, by the way. All right, let's get straight to it. Remember to stay till the end for my favorite two-man. Stay till the end of the video for my personal favorite two-man. If anybody posts my favorite two-man down in the comment section, I'm removing it. You have to individually find it yourself, okay? I don't want people just coming in here, not watching the video, and then just skipping to my favorite two-man, and then dipping out, all right? You got to show love, watch the video, and then you'll get it at the end, all right? Anyway, Jamal Murray over 1.5 steals and blocks is a 5.97 EV percent on Prizepicks. Now, I talk about this a lot, right? The over the 5% EV is going to be your baseline, okay? That's going to be your baseline. You want to minimum stick at 5% EV or higher. Okay? So while Jamal Murray over 1.5 steals and blocks is a great play, it's almost a 6 EV, which is great. I've also told y'all another little strategy I like to use if I'm trying to be more safe, even safer, right? The higher this consensus odds gets, the safer your play is going to be. So if you're able to get a play at minus 139 consensus odds or minus 142, you're going to get a lot of safety as well as that high EV. Okay, so Jamal Murray over 1.5 steals and blocks being minus 135.7 consensus odds. Projection on the over as well, 5.97 EV percent. We look at Jamal Murray over the season. He's hit this in 55%, averaging pretty much 2 steals plus blocks per game. But again, the consensus odd is under that kind of minus 138 range that I love, right? Personally, for safety-wise, like let's say I go into the day and I'm like, okay, I want to have the most consistency I can today. Like I don't want to lose much today. I'm gonna take a little less risk today, and I'm gonna play the absolute best plays that are on there throughout the day. I would come on here, see the 6 EV, which is great. Take a look at the consensus and be like, let's see if there's minus 138 or higher somewhere else. Okay, let's move on. Prizepicks Goblins. Oh, wait, is he the only guy I talked about? My bad. Amir Coffey under 3.5 rebounds assists. The reason I didn't go further is because there's really not a ton on Prizepicks right now. So let's look at Goblins. The best Goblin's going to be Norman Powell, over 1.5 three-pointers made. He has hit this in over 90% on the season. I mean, let's look at all this. As well as 100% over the last 5. Over the season, my boy has hit this in 90%, averaging 3.39, an equivalent money line of minus 925. Going off of that hit rate. That is crazy. TJ McConnell over 9.5 PRA at an 89.58 season percent hit rate. So some great options there for Prizepicks Goblins right now. Over on Underdog, the value's a little bit worse than even what we saw on Prizepicks. I mean, you've got the minus 132 consensus odds play here. Yes, it's almost a 6 EV, but like I said, if you want that most safety you can get, while these are in play, don't get me wrong. These are still in play. If you want to play, I'm not going to tell you not to play these. I'm just saying if you're somebody who wants to take as little risk as possible, let's say your bankroll gets super low, right? Then I would go for the highest consensus odd options that you can go with, okay? Which is going to be the equivalent for an EV up to, I mean, we'll see it on some of these other sports books, probably about like upper 6s, 7 will be kind of that sweet point for safety. But nonetheless, 5% or higher EV is the baseline you want to work with. Norman Powell over 2.5 three-pointers made is a minus 132 consensus odds on the over. And again, a minus 132 consensus odd play over on Prizepicks wouldn't be as good because the payout structure is not the same. Okay, it's because of the payout structure that Underdog gets the higher EV here. 3.28 player projection on Norman Powell's over 2.5 three-pointers made. Benedict Mathurin over 12.5 points at a 5.95 EV percent. Minus 132 consensus odds on the over. 14.28 player projection. Now, let's say that you're only an Underdog player, right? And you want to play the absolute best plays here. Now, you could be patient and you could just sit it out and wait. You could use Favored EV. Remember what Favored EV does. Favored EV shows you plays that are 5% or higher EV that are favored on sharp sports books. You can see it right here. The highest odds are over on Pinnacle, which is a sharp book, at minus 155 odds. So Favored EV when it comes to sports books like Underdog, BETR, DABBLE, that have fixed payouts, right? So where you get the same odds on either side of the line. Whether you go over or under, you're going to get the same payout either way. On sites like that, Favored EV will take all of the sharp books in the industry and only look at those books and show you the play if it's minus 140 or higher average among the sharp books. Okay? So Benedict Mathurin over 12.5 points. Not only is the 5.95 EV percent on Underdog, not only does he have the minus 132 consensus odds across the hundreds of sportsbooks that we have in our consensus odds, but we know, because he's showing here under Favored EV, that the sharp books are minus 140 or higher average together, as well as the projection being almost a 2 projection differential as well. So Benedict Mathurin is a great play there. All right, so don't sleep on the Favored EV. Don't sleep on the top performing EV. The top performing EV is going to show you plays that have a 70% or higher hit rate over the season on that line, have a 5% or higher EV, as well as the projection on the same side as well. Let's move on to better picks. Now, this is what I'm talking about here. This is what I'm talking about, how, like, what I look for if I'm trying to be ultimately safe. Zach LaVine over on Better Picks, over 20.5 is a almost 7 EV. This is important to see right here. Minus 141 consensus odds on the over for Zach LaVine's 20.5 points. Highest odds are at minus 161 on Pinnacle. So we know it's a Favored EV as well, because Pinnacle is a sharp book. So Zach LaVine is one of the best plays on the board right now, and he's over on Better Picks. So great option there. Benedict Mathurin over 3.5 rebounds is a 5.28 EV. Yes, the EV is over the 5%. And you see how you saw some over on Underdog that were like 5.8, but yet the consensus were minus 132. The reason this EV is a little lower is, again, the payout structure. But nonetheless, the consensus odds are up at minus 136. Player projections on the over as well. So Benedict Mathurin over 3.5 rebounds is also a great play. But the best play on the board in general today for NBA is Zach LaVine's over 20.5 points with his new team in Sacramento. DraftKings pick 6. We have Jaden McDaniels. Under 1.5 three-pointers made. Now, 3.75 EV is under that threshold you're really looking for due to the payout structure on DraftKings pick 6 being pretty ass. The consensus odds are amazing, though. So if you want to play a two-man from here, completely okay with that. You can totally do that if you want the high consensus odd plays, but the payout structure is kind of weak over there. So Jaden McDaniels under 1.5 three-pointers made and Franz Wagner under 4.5 assists would be the two-man I'd create over there. On DraftKings Pick 6. That would be what I would do on DraftKings Pick 6. Now, over on Dabble, DeMar DeRozan over 26.5 PRA at a 5.19 EV percent on Dabble, minus 135 consensus odds. Again, this is slightly under that range that I look for. Yes, it's over 5%, and yes, that is the minimum threshold that you want to be focusing on. But like I've been saying in this video, and like I've continued to try to tell y'all, because I want y'all to have the most consistency you can, right? Like, the people with the smaller bankrolls, I want y'all to have the most consistency you can, because if you don't, then your bankroll can be depleted pretty quickly. So you got to try to have, and I've been doing this for so long. I've been in this sports betting industry for like 9 years now, helping people. So it's like a lot of experience going over these things and learning what works and what doesn't work. And I personally, just for safety-wise, for low bankroll players, I personally like to see that consensus odds minus 138 or higher. That's kind of my base in my mind, right? So if you want to go off that strategy, go for it. Let's look at favored EV. DeMar DeRozan over 26.5 PRA is also favored by the sharp books to go over the 26.5 by minus 140 or higher. We know that. Why? Because favored EV is selected and he's showing there. Mike Conley under 5.5 assists is also a favored EV play. 4.49 EV though, so he is under the 5% EV. But nonetheless, we know, because he's showing here, that the sharp books, who don't limit professional bettors who do the best and make the most money, they allow them to place bets. That way their lines are much more accurate. Minus 140 or higher, okay, on the under 5.5 assists throughout the industry there. All right, let's move on. Anything on Vivid Picks? Nothing too crazy. I mean, Jamal Murray's over 1.5 steals and blocks. Amir Coffey under 3.5 rebounds and assists. I wouldn't even do the Amir Coffey at the 4.06. I would just wait for something better. Over on Fliff, y'all know I like the favorite EV. Jackson Hayes under 9.5 points is already favored on Fliff at minus 120 odds on Fliff. Now, Fliff is a site where you can get different odds. Like, some plays will be like, let's look at all. Fliff is not a fixed payout site. You get different odds depending whether you go over or under. So with that being said, favorite EV is a little different for sites like this. Favorite EV will show you plays that already are favored on that site that you're looking at on Fliff. So as you can see, he's got minus 120 odds on Fliff to go under 9.5 points. So Fliff already expects him to go under the 9.5 points. So you're starting already with the site itself thinking he's going to go under. And then you compare that to the consensus odds, gives you a 5.03 EV percent and a solid play over on Fliff. Okay, the reason he's the only one showing is because I guess there's no other plays that are over the 5% threshold. Yeah, it drops down to 3.5. All right, let's go look at DraftKings and FanDuel as we usually do. Let's look at favorite EV. Paolo Banchero over 4.5 assists. Oh, man. This might have to be my two-man, where my two-man goes today. I mean, these are just going to be what seems like easy money here. Again, DraftKings is a site where it's got different payout structure on different odds on either side of the line. So favorite EV is going to show you plays where it's already favored on that site. Paolo Banchero over 4.5 assists is a phenomenal play. 7.5 EV percent on the over 4.5 assists. Minus 154 consensus odds throughout the industry on his over 4.5 assists. Projection is 1.12 points higher than where his assist line is. Paolo Banchero over assists on the season. He's hit this in 50%, but again, he's only played 18 games. Last night, we loved Paolo Banchero's assists on the over, and he ended up hitting like 9. So Paolo Banchero is a good facilitator, and he's a great play here. Already favored at minus 130, but yet consensus odds go all the way up to minus 154, giving him a 7.51 EV percent. So not only do you see that high EV, but you see the high consensus. So this is going to be a lower risk, higher, a good cash play there. TJ McConnell under 4.5 assists is minus 140 on DraftKings already. Minus 166 throughout the industry, though. So, again, it is plus EV. It's plus expected value compared to where you're getting it at minus 140 odds compared to where the rest of the industry is at minus 166. So, Paolo Banchero over 4.5 assists. TJ McConnell under 4.5 assists. As of right now, is my favorite two-man today. Okay? That is my favorite two-man today. I would put both of these two together. I would go under the TJ McConnell assist of 4.5, over on Paolo Banchero assist of 4.5. Okay? Let's move on. Let's go to FanDuel. All right, Derek White over 3.5 assists is minus 125 odds on FanDuel, 7.15 EV percent to go over 3.5 assists. Consensus odds are all the way up to almost minus 150. Projections on the over at 4.11 is 0.61 projection higher than the 3.5. And he's already favored on FanDuel at minus 125 odds. So good spot here for Derek White to go over his assists. He's hit this in 58%, averaging over 4 assists per game. Steph Curry over 3.5 rebounds is minus 130. Favored already on FanDuel, 5.74 EV percent on the over, minus 148 consensus odds on the over, 3.5 rebounds. Projection at almost 5, a 1.42 projection differential on the over rebounds as well. Really like that spot for him as well. All right, with that being said, let's take a look real quick. We're looking at all books, favorite EV, to see where we can get the best two-man. Now, Bet365 has what I would say the absolute best two-man on the day, okay? So instead of the Paolo Banchero play that I was going to play, I'm going to rock with the Bet365. Over on Bet365, the Derek White under 3.5 three-pointers made is already favored at minus 130, but yet consensus odds are all the way up over minus 155, okay? So the under three-pointers made on Derek White. And then Anthony Simons over 2.5 rebounds. Already favored on Bet365 at minus 130. Consensus odds over minus 155 as well. Projection on the over. So Derek White under 3.5 three-pointers made over on Bet365. Now again, different sites have different lines. So this may not be as good of a play if it's over on FanDuel. Let's say Derek White's under 3.5 three-pointers made on FanDuel is minus 150 odds. Now, if you compare minus 150 odds to minus 156, that's less EV, right? That's less expected value grabbing it at the minus 150 than you are at the minus 130. That's why I did all books, favorite EV, and immediately I see a site that has a duo here. So over on Bet365, under 3.5 three-pointers made, Anthony Simons over 2.5 rebounds is going to be my favorite two-man on this Thursday. All right? Let's get this money, man. Let's get this money. And as you guys could see, man, that is one of my favorite strategies, especially if you differentiate throughout all of the sports books and you have plenty of sports books that you play. I like to go to all books. I like to look at favorite EV, okay? And I like to take that. I like to scroll until I see a site that's kind of close. I mean, look, you can even add Nemhard over 2.5 rebounds to that at minus 135 odds at 7.26. So Bet365, as you can obviously see with it having 3 out of like the top 5 plays, has some of the best value options. Then you've got Dorian Finney-Smith over 1.5 three-pointers made on Novig at 7.46 at minus 138. You compare that with Derek White's over 3.5 assists at a 7.15. So there's plenty of great options, but the overall GOAT option, two-man of the day, is on Bet365 with Derek White's under 3.5 three-pointers made and Anthony Simons over 2.5 rebounds. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Baby, let's get this money. Put your favorite two-man down in the comment section for a chance to win the free monthly access to Props Made Easy. Dante Walker, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter so I can get that access set up for you. Appreciate y'all as always, man. And let's get it, baby. Let's keep smashing. PropsMadeEasy.com. $20 a month. Get it. Let's get it. I'm out.